On Network Africa, former Chadian leader Habre bags life sentence at his war crimes trial. President Muhammadu Buhari gives himself pass marks as he reviews 1 year in office. And then, with the Ramadan approaching, Egypt's Muslims fear high food prices could hinder the celebrations. Hello everyone, welcome to Network Africa. I am Bisi Adebayo. After years of trial, Chad's former president Habre today got a life sentence from the Special Africa Chamber created by Senegal and the African Union in Senegal. Habre was convicted of crimes against humanity, rape, sexual slavery and ordering killings. It's the first time an African Union-backed court has tried a former ruler for human rights abuses. Now, during different times at the proceedings, he shouted abuse, calling the process a farce, and had to be carried into the court after refusing to appear. Many of his alleged victims were relieved at the judgment, and Amnesty International says a trust fund should be set up for them without delay. Habre is accused of killing 40,000 people. Well, Human Rights Watch said today will be carved into justice as the day that a band of unrelenting survivors brought their dictator to justice. Well, the former Chadian leader was born to ethnic Tobo herders in northern Chad. Well, the former Chadian leader was born to ethnic Tobo herders in northern Chad and was given a scholarship to study political science in France. The first time the world knew about him was in 1974 when his rebels captured 3 European hostages to ransom for money and arms. Then he seized power in 1982, allegedly with the help of the CIA, ousted by current President Idris Deby in 1990. He's been accused, among other things, of systematically prosecuting groups he distrusted. Well, legal practitioner Chukwuemeka Eze has been following Habre's trial and joins us now on the program. Mr. Eze, thank you for joining us on the program. This is the first time the African Union has convicted a former ruler. Now, what does this mean for the Union and for Africa?
It's a sign that Africa has come of age. It is a sign that Africa will stop complaining about the ferrying of its citizens to The Hague to be tried by the International Criminal Court. For a long time, African leaders have been complaining that the International Criminal Court has concentrated its prosecutions on African leaders. So the extraordinary African Chamber that has convicted Habre in Senegal has developed a precedent that will be followed henceforth in all states in Africa. So this is a very new and very fine development for Africa as a whole.
Now, how easy has it been for the AU to go through with this trial?
It has been very difficult. In fact, AU needed to prove to the Western world that it can exist, it can handle its justice portfolio, it can handle issues arising from criminal jurisdictions without resorting to the International Criminal Court at The Hague. This campaign started in year 2000, in fact prior to year 2000, but it became noticeable in year 2000 when a Senegalese judge cited Habre. Recall that Habre, after the coup by the current president Idris Deby in 1990, fled to Senegal and thought it was a safe haven. So in 2000, based on complaints from those who suffered under his dictatorship in Chad, he was indicted by a Senegalese judge. And the campaign started from that time up to July 2016, when AU succumbed to the pressures from the Western world, the Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, and the victims of Mr. Habre's dictatorship. So it was a tortuous journey, 15 years before AU succumbed.
Okay, now he has 15 days to appeal. To which court can he do this if he decides to go through with it?
The Extraordinary African Chamber has an appellate jurisdiction. The only difference is that it is not the same judge. The Burkina Faso judge that convicted him in the trial court that we speak on that case on appeal, the appellate court will be constituted if Mr. Habre appeals within 15 days. As we speak now, that appellate court has not been constituted.
Okay, now this is a victory for the AU. What about the ECOWAS, which Chad actually belongs to?
Actually, the matter went beyond ECOWAS. ECOWAS, we have the same benefit as the AU. Nature of an African leader being a dictator and should be trial. ECOWAS in that kind of situation. It has always been taken at a broader level of the African Union. Recall the case of Sierra Leone. There was a special tribunal for that one. So ECOWAS wants to concentrate on economic matters, though they have an inclination towards political matters. They play down on political matters. So when it comes to matters like this, it is the African Union. And African Union has shown that it has come of age and that it can find a way around Article 27 of the United Nations Charter, which provides for the domain reserve that a state has territorial sovereignty, it has jurisdiction within its territorial sovereignty, and another state cannot interfere in the activities of that state. So that has been proved what has happened with the Extraordinary African Chamber in Senegal. Senegal took bull by the horns and invited the AU to collaborate with it. And Senegal did it because the Habre, though a Chadian, has been found within its territorial jurisdiction. So the Habre voluntarily fled to Senegal, and Senegal had to exercise that jurisdiction. Belgium accepted to exercise global jurisdiction in 2001 over his Habre failed because his Habre was not within his territory, and there was a problem transferring his Habre from Senegal to Belgium. But this time around, his Habre was in Senegal, and that was the best place, though Senegal could have repatriated him back to, extradited him back to Chad. But that would have caused political rumpus in Chad because his supporters would have a lot of problems. Even in Senegal, his supporters were singing, disturbing the proceedings of the tribunal.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Chukwuemeka Eze, for joining us on the program. When Network Africa returns, it's been the most talked about thing this weekend. President Muhammadu Buhari reviews his first year in office, and so do we. Do join us again.